You've probably seen those zombie piglins that randomly spawn inside of your nether portal and thought to yourself, that's weird. Well, today I'm going to exploit that mechanic and scale it up by a factor of 1,000 to make this insane gold farm in the overworld. This build took 20,000 obsidian and a lot of my time to design and complete, but the end product is pretty cool. So if you enjoy it, why not hit that sub button? I'm over halfway to my goal of hitting 100,000 subs by the end of the year. But enough talking, let's Minecraft. Hey guys, my name is Brock and welcome back to the Hardcore series. We are over here at the Wither skeleton farm that we built in the last episode, and I have made a couple of changes. Firstly, I went ahead and added in an auto sorter over here. We have all the bones, the coal, all of the wither skeleton skulls, and then all of the excess drops, the swords get dropped into the lava over here. We can all agree this is a lot better than what I had before down there. Now, just a couple of you left some comments about how I built the farm. A lot of you said I shouldn't have built it in a soul sand valley. A lot of you said that I need to cover the farm in wither roses because I was complaining that other mobs were spawning there besides wither skeletons. And you know what? You're right. So guess what? I answered your prayers. Look at this. We have gone ahead and I fought a couple withers in between episodes. I killed a whole bunch of chickens. It was actually kind of nasty. And I want to say now, I do not condone what I'm doing to these chickens. Not one of these chickens deserves this. I'm sorry. Chickens. I'm sorry. Ugh. Oh my God. There's been a massacre. But look at this. We have the whole thing covered in wither roses. So now only wither skeletons can spawn here. And I see this guy is getting a little confused. There we go. Look at him go. But yeah, I definitely have noticed this has helped the rates out quite a bit on the farm. And as far as today's episode goes, we are going to continue on with the nether theme in the overworld. You see, I want to build a gold farm. And I figured, you know what? Why not build one in the overworld? Because if you forgot, I actually removed all of the obsidian towers in the end a few episodes back. And because of that, I have like 25 shulker boxes at least of obsidian. So I figured that would leave me with the perfect opportunity to try and build something silly in the overworld. I mean, where else do you really see overworld gold farms? Nowhere. I haven't seen one anywhere actually. Now I have been working between episodes and I have a design that I have come up with. Pretty proud of it, honestly. But the farm does require an insane amount of turtle eggs. So I've been over here between episodes and I have gathered a whole bunch of them. There they are. Look at them, like 6 stacks worth of turtle eggs. That should be enough, I think. On top of that, I've also went ahead and gathered like 2 full shulker boxes of trapdoors. Hopefully that's going to be enough. You'll see why I need those in a little bit. Now it really shouldn't matter where I build this thing because zombie pigmen don't count towards the mob cap in the overworld, I believe, which is good because I don't want to have to go spawn proofing for this gold farm to work. Well, I guess right here is as good of a place as anywhere else is, so let's go ahead and get building this thing. Now the first thing I need to do is build the item collection system because that's going to be the most tedious part. That requires a whole lot of redstone. I'm expecting to get quite a lot of drops from this farm, so because of that, we're gonna need quite the beast of an item sorter. Well, that was a nightmare to make. The reason this thing is so complicated and convoluted is because this gold farm gives a lot of items per hour. But unfortunately, most of it is junk because we get a lot of zombie flesh and a lot of golden swords. I could smelt them down for gold ingots, but I refuse to. That is stupid. So on top of all that, we have these item filters that are going to be for all of the gold nuggets and all the gold ingots. So we're gonna have plenty of gold once this is all done. Also, this like cobweb item step stool thing, very satisfying, very excited to show you guys that when this thing is fully operational. But now it's time to build the actual farm, and the first thing we're gonna do is actually start with the spawn platform. So this has to be 23 by 23. This is where they're gonna fall down into. There's gonna be water streams that are gonna lure all of the pigmen into the center area. So the advantage of building this farm in the overworld is that I can actually use water streams to maneuver them, which is not something you normally can do, considering these are normally built in the nether. And that is gonna allow us to build this thing way up in the sky because they won't take any fall damage. It's gonna be perfect. Okay, there we go. Now I want to just build up the walls on each side a few blocks. And for that, I need some glass. So why don't we hang out here at the wither skeleton farm for a few minutes, let that smelt away, get some wither heads. I mean, it only makes sense. We have an infinite amount of coal now, as you can see. This thing has been going so hard between episodes. I absolutely love it. Not too shabby. So I did go ahead and decorate it just a little bit. I'm not really concerned about that quite yet. The main thing is I want to get this thing built before I go ahead and decorate too hard. Now I need to go ahead and figure out a way to get this water to reach all the way to the center. Is that gonna, okay, never mind. How about this? How about this? I got a good feeling about this one. Not even close, dude. Not even close. So stinking close, man. There we go. That's what I like to see. Now I don't think there's any dead spots in here. It looks like if they go all the way to the middle, they still get funneled along this middle section, so we should be good. As you can tell, I've really put a lot of planning into this. Okay, now it's time for the fun part. We get to actually build up the spawn chambers of the farm. You're probably wondering a couple of things. One, how are you gonna build a gold farm in the overworld? Two, how are you gonna build a good gold farm in the overworld? Well, you see, the key is nether portals. A whole bunch of them. So we can make a whole bunch of massive nether portals. Now, if you've been playing Minecraft for any reasonable amount of time, you've probably seen those random zombie pigmen that come through your nether portal. They're kind of annoying. Well, for this farm, we're gonna use that to our advantage. We're essentially gonna use that mechanic and scale it up by like 1,000 and just have a bunch of these massive nether portals. So there's just a whole bunch of space for pigmen to spawn. And in my testing, this thing actually cranks out quite a lot of gold. So I'm really excited to build it. So right now I'm building up one of the spawn chambers. Essentially, it's a row of 21 by 21 size nether portals. And I just realized I did not need to fill that side in. I'm an idiot. Now I will say this is just shaping up to be a bigger task than I actually thought it would be. I don't know why. I guess I had assumed that this wouldn't take that much obsidian, but that was almost 2 full shulker boxes just for the one box. So that's a little bit concerning. Well, that was an absolute freaking grind, but I gotta say, this is looking pretty freaking cool. I mean, I know right now it's just a big black box, but it's so massive, and I'm imagining as it gets taller, it's only gonna look cooler, and then once we get it decorated, oh my god, it's gonna be so cool. But just so I don't go insane placing obsidian until I die, we're gonna take a little bit of a mental break from that, and I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the other aspect of the farm, and that is gonna be the mechanism that lures the zombie pigmen to the center here. And this is actually pretty simple. We will need a layer of trapdoors along each edge of the obsidian here, and then we will skip a block. There we go. And then finally, we're just gonna put a layer of turtle eggs along this inner ring, and it's gonna be that simple. All we do now is go through and close up all these trapdoors, and basically the zombie pigmen are gonna spawn, and they're gonna think they can pathfind to these eggs that they're gonna want to stomp on, but because the trapdoors are here, they're gonna actually fall into the water, then into the farm, then into my sword, then I'm gonna get their gold, and I'm gonna be a happy man forever. Now the last thing I need to do is add a couple more layers of trapdoors, because I think the zombie pigmen can actually jump, and if they jump too high, they might be able to clear this gap. I don't really know, but I'm not gonna want to find out the hard way there. I'd rather just be safe than sorry. You know what? While I'm here, why don't we go ahead and just give this thing a test run? I mean, I might as well make sure it works now before I get too far and build it and realize, oh crap, this doesn't work. So let's go ahead and give it a try. Obviously, the rates are gonna be much lower than what they will be in the final product, but this will still be a good testament to how well this thing works. Think of it as like a little proof of concept. You know what I'm saying? God, it would be so embarrassing if this farm doesn't work. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep if that's the case. But basically, we just go through here and light up all of these portals, and then the thing, in theory, should be on. Oh, look at that! I already see them! They're already coming in! Let's go! Oh, it works. Now, how well it works, that's another question. We will find that out in a minute. But look at them go! They're already coming through. Now, are they going in the middle? Yes, they are. Okay, I want to make sure that they weren't getting stuck, and it looks like they're not. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy. It actually works. Yes, dude. My idea was not stupid after all. I will say that my frames are quite low. Hopefully this isn't going to be too much of a performance impact. I guess we'll see. All right, just one more to light, and then we'll give this thing a little test. There we go. Let's give this thing a test. Let's head down here into the actual gold farm. I think this thing works a little bit. Yeah, looks like it's on. Definitely functional. Oh yeah, baby. Look at this thing go. We only have one layer in here. Holy cow. This is gonna be so cool once it's all actually fully done. I'm honestly smiling from ear to ear right now. I've never built a farm on my own that works this well from the start. This is so neat. All you need to do is spend 25 hours breaking obsidian. That simple. I'm honestly in shock at how well this thing works with just one layer of portals, but we're not done yet. The plan is to add at least one more layer, maybe even two, depending on how big and laggy it gets. But for that, I am going to need a lot more obsidian. So time to head home and get some more. I severely underestimated how much of this I would need. That's okay though. There we go. 11 more shulker boxes. That should be plenty enough to get this thing built up at least one more layer. We'll see. You guys, just look at how cool this looks already. Oh my goodness. Let's get building. What in the heck kind of Satanist ritual is this? What's going on? What are you doing? Guys, the llamas are being suspended through the obsidian. What is this? Okay guys, so this thing is an absolute beast of a gold farm. Initially, I was going to add a third layer, but for a couple of reasons, mainly being my FPS, we're gonna leave this at 2 layers because, I mean, look at this thing go. It's so efficient already. Here, come down here and look at this. We already have so many gold ingots. We have this much gold, and this is like in probably about an hour's worth of grind time, which is pretty good for my standards. I don't really need too much gold, so that's gonna be plenty enough for us. I mean, just look at this thing go. It's so packed full. There's no need for a third layer, I feel like.